Welcome to Psychic Tuesday, and I'm your guide, Bernice Bisson. Well, we're going to get right into messages today. We're going to start with Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and we're going to go all the way down to Pisces, and we're going to talk about some of the aspects in each of the signs. Listen to all three. If you know your Sun, Moon, Rising, listen to all three. We've got Aries. Right now, Aries, your sensitivity is your superpower. It is now a good time to listen to your intuition about people, events, offers, opportunities. There could be your Mars ruled. And right now, Mars is in an opposition with Pluto. You could be facing challenges, making you put your nose to the grindstone, forcing you to put the discipline, the work in. And you might not get any accolades just yet, or you might have to wait for the reward for a bit, but know that the energy that you're putting in, that you will see the reward within 6 months of something really moving forward for you. It could be a project, something you've been working on, something you've had your heart set on. You're going to have a major shift in karma come January with the shift of the North Node into Pisces. And so you're going to have a shift in karma. The heat is off a little bit, and you're able to move forward with plans that you've been putting together starting now and over the last month, let's say. So it looks like some good stuff coming forward. You could really materialize something by putting the nose to the grindstone. Taurus is Sun, Moon, Rising. This is the time to commit to put your whole foot in or your whole foot out. And if you take it out, shake it all about. Just kidding. The hokey pokey. And it could feel like that you can't, any efforts that you put in, you're going to see the direct results of Taurus. This is a time for you to leave things in the past, and it could come up unexpectedly. You could be forced to make a commitment unexpectedly. You could have something that comes up that requires your attention, requires you to be present, requires you to really show up with something to offer. Your time, yourself, your money. You're going to have to make some sort of commitment coming up, and any half-arsed efforts are going to yield half-arsed results. Okay, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising. You have Jupiter at play. And more than that, even, you're going to find that there's a whole bunch of power going into air signs very shortly and fire signs. So there's going to be a real shift in energy for you. You're going to have to reread the crowd. You're going to have to don't rely on old information. Don't rely on old reconnaissance or intel. And nobody knows what they're doing, but don't let that stop you. Don't you have to redo the research. You're going to have to redo looking into things. You're going to have to reread the information, particularly as Mercury goes retrograde at the end of the month and into December. You're going to have to re-look at stuff that you might be communicating, might be coming up, offers, opportunities, things like that. Because as we get to Pisces season, you're going to find full murkiness. Not, you're going to be deep into the subject, deep into the commitment or the effort, and you're still going to not know more than you do today. And so, or that information could be shifting or changing. So keep that in mind, Geminis, particularly over the next 7 to 10 days. And if I go back to Tauruses for a second, the whole planet Uranus is that element of surprise. And boy, it's moving. And come your birthday, it's like celebrate. I just wanted to leave you with that because I didn't want to leave you with the other piece. But Cancerian, Sun, Moon, Rising, our little crab. Boy, you've got Mars in your sign directly opposing Pluto right now, and both govern Scorpio. And it's like having your big sister make you take on a fight for you, or you have to go fight for somebody. You have to stand up for yourself. You have to go and take on the bully in the schoolyard. And Cancerians are going to have to really stand in their power. And in the face of revolution, opposition, it could be like working for a company that is going through a major restructure, going through a new shift in protocol or priorities. And you could be riding the wave of that, having to carry it forward, having to stand up for, having to speak on behalf of. And, imposter syndrome is kind of universal, so don't stress about it. And that you deserve where you're at. If you got promoted, you got thrust into, it suddenly landed on your lap, that you have to sort of take the reins and run with something. Don't be surprised if that comes up for you. I feel like it's pretty powerful for you guys over the next 7 to 10 days, but the next 6 months, very much so, leading in to your birthday, because it's your first birthday where you don't have a bunch of planets in Capricorn sort of offsetting you a little bit or stealing your thunder. And so, yay, go roar, thunder. I love it, Cancerian. Leo, sun, moon, rising. Boy, you're being pushed into a decision around partners, partnerships, people around you. There is a whole new power that is coming into Aquarius at the end of this month, and it's really going to push you forward. You cannot go backwards with partnerships, Leo. That can include old work situations, old long-term relationships, commitments, that you're going to be really stepping forward into yourself, what you want, what's good for you, where you shine. And you don't have to feel obligated anymore. And this could even come from kids, adult kids, things like that, where they could be pushing back at you. And you're going to be like, you know what? Let them. I'm going to go and enjoy and do what I'm supposed to do, and what's going to make me happy, and what's going to keep me smiling. And you're entitled to all of the peace and more. And you're entitled to having peace and a sanctuary of your mind. Virgo, sun, moon, rising. Virgos, you have a shift in karma. You had the south node of karma appear in your sign, and boy, that's really shifting your perspective in a whole lot of things. You might find, for instance, that you got some hustle, you've got some work hustle, things like that. You could find relationships could still be a bit murky. You have a bunch of energy in Pisces right now, that as it starts to go direct, you'll start to figure out more and more what you want, where it's at, where people are at, where relationships are at. And you just got to deal with people right now, and you got to deal with people of all kinds. And that could be trying to get clients on board, trying to get partners on board, trying to get family members on board, trying to get people on the same page. Could be like trying to put a bunch of cats into a bag. You're going to get scratched. It's going to be kind of scratchy and a little bit difficult. But good old Virgos, they keep trying, they do. And remember, the past is in the past. Let it go. Move forward. Libra, sun, moon, rising, my Libras. Life is a spiral staircase, and you're going to confront this again and again, wiser each time. Libra, you have the south node of karma. The last 2.5 years had shown you a whole bunch of opposition across from you in relationships, partnerships, commitments. People were unexpected. People could have showed up for you unexpectedly, and it could have been random strangers who showed up for you more than people you knew a long time. And this shift in your groups, your circles, are going to be quite good. I feel like it's going to really lock down some relationship stuff over the next 18 months. You're going to really be looking at those commitments, those relationships, signing mortgages, maybe refinancing your money, long-term plans. And you're really wanting long-term plans with a partner, and that's going to be something that's going to come into your world. And that could even be taking on a new critter. You're like, you know what? I'm ready to commit to a four-legged. It'd be a good time for that, Libra. Scorpio, sun, moon, rising. You're worthy of all the love you desire, and you have the power to show yourself that love now. Boy, self-love is the hardest love. Stop playing that old tape in your head, Scorpio. With the sun in your sign, and your two ruling planets sort of clashing with each other, really requiring you to be by yourself and love yourself and stand on your own. And as much as Scorpios have had to do it, they get really sick and tired of it. They get kind of sick and tired of that. And that Scorpios right now, any creative endeavor, spiritual endeavor, anything that you take on that has personal growth to it is going to really be beneficial to you and your money. Cashola. And your ability to make cashola, cash in on some cashola, get some cashola, it's coming up for you there, Scorpios. The next 7 to 10 days, you're going to get tastes of that. You could have even opportunities to travel and have some bright spots for you coming up. Kind of nice. Now, it doesn't mean that people are going to be any easier to deal with. So just recognize that. Give them lots of distance and let them do what they do. You're going to be like, you do you. That's going to be a mantra. Sagittarius, sun, moon, rising. Pick a side, Sagittarius. This is a time for you to pick a side. The universe is not a pie, and that there's more enough to go around. Everyone gets a slice of pie, and you're going to have to commit to something, finish something, wrap up projects. commit to a pathway with a partner, commit to a pathway with a family, your kids, making sure that everything's on track or in things that you promised you're going to follow up with. So this is, and sticking to the pathway and sticking to that plan. And it's going to be about the whole, not just yourself. So it's the family as a whole, your siblings. It could be also the family as a whole, kids. It could be partner, and all of those things about finding balance and harmony. And you are the harmonizer. So put on your harmonizing hat and get out there harmonizing there, Sag. Try to make some balance there so that it's less conflict, because you guys don't like conflict. It's just not, you don't want to be in it. So there's something you have to address over the next 6 months that may have come up over the last 2 months, but the next 7 to 10 days are giving you a taste of it. Capricorn, sun, moon, rising. Oh, Capricorn, oh, you're feeling it. That final revolution, whether you're sun, moon, or rising. I mean, your sun is your divine masculine, your moon is your divine feminine, your ascendant is how you put them both together and drive them forward. And the 29-degree Pluto, you're really stepping into a new identity, a new way, new jobs, new careers, new paths, new selves. You could change your name, reclaim your identity, find yourself that you're really closing cycles from 2008 when Pluto came into your sign to knock you around a bit. How you feeling? Probably a little knocked around. And, you know, you're really going to come out. Maybe you can go back to, maybe you're going to wind up being able to buy a house, solidify your income, your marriage partnership, something where you're able to put something into a really good way and step into this new shift. And you're going to feel pretty good about the security, safety, and commitments that are coming your way, and that you're making yourself there, Capricorn. Aquarius, sun, moon, rising. There's no need to leave anything to chance, Aquarius. Pull out your list, your pen, your paper. Start writing down the details, your thoughts, what you want to do, what's good for you, what's your goals, because I feel like you're going to be on a ticky box. You have this power of Pluto coming to your side and only being amplified come your birthday, with the sun, Mercury sort of joining in forces there, and a new moon to really give you a huge reset into this new era of power. And so get out your list. What do you want to get accomplished this next year, this next 6 months? And I would get that detailed list out, because I feel like this is a time where you're going to find that your actions carry weight. You're able to move things forward, and you're able to find yourself in a much better space in 6 months from now. And those could be financial goals. They could be personal relationship goals. They could be fitness goals. Whatever that's about, you're finding that the power is with you. The force is with you. Run with it, kid. All right, Pisces, sun, moon, rising. Oh boy, you're in the depths of this energy with Saturn and Pisces. Also, with the North Node of Destiny sort of showing up and really intensifying into January and the next 2 years. Conviction is a light that can never be blown out. Really knowing thyself. Know thyself, Pisces. This is a time where you're really going inward, creatively, spiritually, emotionally. You might feel abandoned or by yourself, but you're not. When we feel abandoned or by ourselves, Creator's given us space, Spirit's given us space to really take up space instead of letting everybody else and everything else come into our space and dominate our space. And this is a time where you're really going to push back your energy, and you're going to be able to take up space, figure out who you are, what you want, where you're headed, that and with some conviction and with some cause and with some spark or fire behind you, because all this energy for you, I mean, Aquarian energy with Pluto transferring, after all, is the water bringer. And here you are, water coming on full force. Water is the global issue, and it is it's going to be viewed in many different ways for its whole spirituality and its all its energy, and that it can heal itself, and that it can provide energy, and it can provide all kinds of things that we're going to discover around water this next little while, next 7 to 10 years for sure, but issues around water in the next 7 to 10 days. But for you as a Pisces, it's really around discovering your gifts, your destiny, where you're headed, and coming to these really strong aha moments. And you can be showing that in the next few months. The next 7 to 10 days will give you tastes of that for sure. You can find me at bernicebissonpsychic.com, and you can find me. I have a website only. I'll never reach out to you on any social media platform. I only have Facebook, and I'm not on any other social media platform, and I'm okay with that. You can find me through my website to book a personal or video, like in person or a video appointment. And we can cover lots of different things. Or you can find me on A1R Psychic Radio and Moose North Television here every Tuesday. Okay, let's get to a caller. B, you've been talking enough. I've kind of got the messages out there. Be nice to each other. I'm just going to say I'm sending lots of love to my American friends. And there's big transformation going in down in the U.S. and which will impact us all over the globe. And I'm sending lots of love and light and compassion and patience to use for yourself and to share with each other, and always pay it forward. And remember those virtues, those 4 virtues for the next 7 to 10 days, that we're all on the same side, and that's Earth. So we're all on Mother Earth. So here we are. That's the politics. Okay, let's get to it. We've got Trina in Guelph, Ontario. Hello, Trina.
Hello.
I'm Bernice, and Bernice Bisson. I'm in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. And I would love to be of service to you today. Trina, how can I do that?
I have 2 questions, just looking for a little guidance in regards to maybe a change of career or my career progress, and also just in the relationship forefront as well.
Okay, so let's start with your career progress, and where that might be going for you. And let's just look in the more immediate future and where that decisions that could be coming up around you carry you forward. So let's take a look. All right. So I feel like there's actually 2 things that could be coming up for you in work. Like you would have your foot in something full-time, something part-time, or in 2 different environments. I feel like
Yes.
there is something that you'd be building right now, and you might have even started it this last year. And there's another woman across from you, or that could be very beneficial to you, that combining super forces with this woman or superpowers with this other woman could wind up being quite beneficial in terms of a new endeavor, a work endeavor that you could be building, trying to build up, moving it forward. And then I feel like you still have some old commitments where you could have a job where you're hoping to make this switch. And I feel like you are right on track for, I'm going to say, a year from August of 2025. So I know that sounds far away, but it's not. It'll fly by, I promise. That for some reason next summer, late summer, I feel like you're able to make a decision about one initiative or the other, and being able to move forward in a new initiative, and something where there's another female right around you that could be quite beneficial. I feel like it is requiring, this new initiative could be requiring some sort of investment of time and money that I feel like it's still going to, and I feel like the more you do yourself, the more you, like whether it's the marketing, the media, the bookkeeping, or whatever, the more you do yourself, I feel like I want you to really know what you want to move forward with. Like you'll have to learn it. Like maybe you'll have to learn new techniques of marketing, new whatever this is about, new ways of putting things out there. And I feel like it's going to be quite good. But I see you starting something new. And I got to say, this next 3 years, it'll you'll be able to go from maybe having to do 2 things to very focused on one thing where it becomes the mainstay of your work or business. There's really an element of freedom with it. Like you can work for thyself, you can work very independently, you could be very much in a decision-making role. There is also something that shows up if I'm on the stream of sort of money and work, and that there is something around legal papers, legal documents, federal papers, federal documents, federal, something about money. And I feel like there's an estate or a payout, something where you're going to get a final payment, a final balance on something. And I'm going to say that this would show up even in, I want to say you might even hear about it around July and August, something about July, August, some notification around finances or money that comes in a formal notice. I would even accept maybe an approved mortgage or an approved loan that has formal ties to it. So there is something about your money getting sorted, but it feels like it could be other people's money, like loans, bank financing, resorting of your money, which I feel is going to be quite good for you. Now, if I think about in terms of relationship, because you did ask me the second juicy question about relationship. Okay. May I ask, what's the day and month of your birthday?
December 18th.
Okay. Let's explore December 18th relationship status. There is finding peace in your home, peace, because that's what you're wanting, is you just want things to be maybe easier or more peaceful in terms of relationship and home. And I feel like, if you could work with a lover or even have some sort of like supportive role, business, something where you could work together with lover, or work and lover could be connected together. It feels like this is going to be a really strong energy. Even over this next, like, I want to go back to this last year being a bit volatile around relationship, Trina, and getting something really clear sorted out, roles clear, because I feel like you're having a conversation with a current person, someone you already know. And there could be something where you're trying to get something really clear, roles being valued, support, somebody supportive, like these are conversations you're having with someone. And I'll be honest, if that conversation doesn't give you something you like out of it, it could abruptly, you could close it abruptly. You could be abrupt about it. You could be, you know what? I said my piece. I said what I said. Because there's a real redefining of relationships and commitments. And I'm a bit confused, and this is why. Because there's two people that keep coming up around you. Commitments to people. So a woman and a man. And I feel like if one is like a business partner, something really beneficial around make a commitment to who you're working with, like a work team, work partner, business partner, something really good there. Romantically, I feel like if you're unable to get on the same page as someone, I feel like something small could turn into something big quick, and it could be a bit of a challenge there. But I want to say you're going to have a conversation with someone just trying to work something out romantically. So I feel like it's coming, trying to organize it, trying to define it in some way. Can it? Yes, it can, if you have the same goals, plans, or direction. If it's in opposite directions, I'm like, I don't think so. Even if you want to, hang on to it. I feel like it's definitive, or there's a definitive moment between now and June for you around relationship.
Okay.
Okay. Do you want to ask another question?
Yep. No, I don't think so. I think that makes sense. Like, I do have a partner. I have a business partner, a woman business partner. We work excellently together. There's no question about that. We've been in business for a little bit together. And then I had another person approach me, and I have, just with some financial troubles right now, I am going to have to pick up some other work to look after the kids. And what you said about the peace and everything is definitely what I'm looking for. I've been in a relationship for almost 5 years, but I've just kind of taken a back seat to it just a little bit to sort of see, like, is this what I want? Is this what he wants? Like, I have to focus on working and doing the things I need to do.
Can I ask what his birthday might be? You might share? Sorry?
June 20th. June 20th.
Oh, he's the Gemini. Okay, I got to tell you a story. Okay, we're going to have a quick story about you and your partner. I only have 3 minutes left, so I'm going to spend it with you. Okay, because I want to finish this conversation, my beautiful Trina. Okay, Sagittarian and Gemini, karmic, karma, karmic. So this person, although they're, if you're like, I'm really focused on my work and my business partner, yay for your business partner, whatever you're building. I know you're having to take on extra work. It's okay. It will pay off. It's not forever. So yay for you. And I feel like in 2 years from now, you're going to make very different decisions, because whoever you're committing to, that female, your business partner, great, great, great. It's going to expand. The work effort will actually pay off. In terms of the partnership, the Gemini's world is expanding in its own direction as well. And so your June 20th, I feel like the key in this year, I'm going to say you're going to even know by June again, by this person's birthday, about key conversations around, are we in the same direction? Let's keep going in the same direction. How do we bring these plans together? Because I feel like your Gemini is going to act out a little bit, because they're feeling they don't have all of your attention. Because when a Sagittarian showers their attention on somebody, they feel like the only person in the room, and they feel very special.
Right.
And when Sag is distracted and like business lady and doing her thing, you're going to have to figure out a balance of that, because I just feel like your Gemini could melt down on you a little bit and say, hey, look, we need to get on the same page here. So please keep that in mind, because I don't want something small to turn into something big. Because I feel like if you two could even find a way to work on a project together, or have something, or maybe look to them if you're looking for extra work, there's something that could be very key there for you as well. Okay. Yep. Okay, thank you. Thank you for finding me. I really appreciate you. And I'm sending you lots of love and light there, my friend. Excellent.
Thanks for taking me.
Thank you, my girl. And if you want to find me, you can find me at bernicebissonpsychic.com, or you can find me on A1R Psychic Radio and Moonstruck Television every Tuesday for 30 minutes of live messaging and reading. I do look forward to my Tuesdays. I do look forward to that. And again, I wish all my American friends lots of love and light, and that you truly as a country find your vision and unity and love and peace, and being able to find safety, security, and home. And I wish that dearly from the bottom of my heart, sending my prayers and love. And to everyone else, and we'll see everybody in 7 days. Take care.